The time is almost here. It's time to head back to Disney, but this time I'm going to Disneyland in California. In just a few days, I'm going to be flying out to LA, where I will then head to Anaheim. I'm going to have 6 days in the parks. It's a week-long trip. I cannot wait. Now, I have actually been to Disneyland in California before. My last trip was actually 6 years ago, so a lot has changed since then. And when I went, it was very busy. We just did 3 days, so I didn't feel like I saw everything. So I cannot wait to go back and do a proper deep dive with 6 whole days in the parks. I'm going to be having lots of exciting vlogs showing you just what I did during this trip, and also planning videos all about Disneyland. So if you do want to see them, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you don't miss out. And if you've never been to my channel before, hello, my name is Sophie from Most Magical Guides, and I make planning videos all about Disneyland Paris, Disney World, packed full of tips and advice to help you have your own most magical trips. And of course soon I'll be adding Disneyland to that repertoire, and I'll also do vlogs of my solo and adult trips to Disney. So I'm actually going to be visiting in the week after Thanksgiving, so it's the end of November, and I've heard that it's a sweet spot because the Thanksgiving crowd have left, but the big rush for Christmas hasn't quite arrived yet, so it should be a great time to visit. Of course, this time of year it could be a little bit cooler, although I think compared to UK weather it's going to feel very, very warm. Get that cold in California? Who knows? But I am going to be taking lots of layers just in case. People have told me pack more layers than you anticipate just because you never quite know. Now, a lot of people have also said t-shirt weather in the day, a layer in the evening, and I'm like, should I take 6 layers just in case? Just in case. So I'm really trying not to overpack because of course I want to be able to buy things whilst I'm out there. So I want to have room in my luggage and keep that weight down. So I am going to try and edit as I go along, but let's have a see what I've got so far. So some of the first things I have packed are some jumpers. Now I have this super cute little Mickey striped jumper. I love all the colours. I think this is from Next, and it's nice because it's warm but it's not super thick. So if I do need a layer in the evening, I think this could be a really good choice. And of course you can't have Mickey without Minnie, so I also have a Minnie jumper. It has sequins on it, which is epic. This is from Kath Kidston, and again it's kind of not super thick, but it'll be a good layer to have. I also like it's got 3/4 length sleeves. Polka dots are always iconic in Disney, and of course red with polka dots, instantly a Minnie Mouse moment. So I think these are going to be really good as layers if needed. And of course it cannot be a trip to Disney without a spirit jersey, so I'm going to take my retro Mickey spirit jersey. I like that it's got the bold colours, the colour blocking, it's super cute. On the back it is just generic Disney, so it's not specific to any park. I do actually have a few spirit jerseys specifically for Disneyland, but I was like, oh, I think this will go with a lot of the outfits, and I actually plan on buying a Christmas spirit jersey whilst I'm out there because I do not own one. So I was like, let's just take one spirit jersey. It's good as a layer, or if you need a slightly thicker thing than a t-shirt in the day, a spirit jersey is a good option. But let's not overpack. We know we're going to buy one, so we'll just take one little spirit jersey with us. I'm also thinking about taking some sweatshirts because great layers in the evening. I'm thinking in the daytime, if I just need a t-shirt, I could put a sweatshirt in my backpack and then just pop it on if I need to. First up, I'm going to be taking one of my favourite sweatshirts, and it is this cute Marvel one. I really love that it has like all of these really cute pastel colours, but it also does have the Marvel touch, and it's quite oversized, so it'll be perfect that no matter what you're wearing, this is going to fit over the top. So this is going to be the first sweatshirt I buy. Now this next sweatshirt is absolutely perfect for my trip, but I am a bit worried it's too warm. But it is, of course, a Christmas sweatshirt. It is too cute. I love that it's glittery. It's got Mickey and Minnie on it, but it is one of those sweatshirts that is quite warm, that when you put it on, it's very hot. So I do think this may be too warm to take with me. So I don't know whether to pack it just in case, and then when I go back to the room in the afternoon, maybe I can change into it, but I've got a feeling it might be too warm. But it's so perfect for the trip. It is Christmas, it is Disney, and we're doing a Christmas Disney trip. Another option is my super cute Winnie the Pooh sweatshirt. I love that it's got like flowers, it's like super pretty. Again, it's very oversized, so super easy to pop over anything you wear. And I like that it's a light colour, so that feels kind of Christmassy. I don't know why I've decided that light colours are Christmassy, but I feel like, you know, you've got your reds, your greens, your bold colours. which obviously white is not one of them. So I don't know why I felt like white is seasonal. Snow, it's snow, isn't it? That's what I'm thinking of. So maybe this is one. After just talking about how hot I don't like being, I've now got a super thick jumper. I'm thinking of taking this just because in the evening, if it does drop quite low, this could be great to put over the top of things or on the plane. I don't know if anyone else finds this, but planes are either the coldest place or the hottest place. And sometimes in the flight, it's both. So I always like to take layers just in case, so I can layer up, layer down. And I think this would be a good option for the plane in case it is very cold, and if not, I can always fold it up and use it as like a extra little pillow. So maybe it'll be like a utility jumper, could be a bit of everything. And the complete opposite of the super thick jumper is this little thin, it's kind of more like a long sleeve t-shirt moment, but it is Disneyland specific, it has a Mickey on, and again I was thinking maybe this would be a good option on the plane home, and then I can layer up if I need to, layer down. Obviously night flights you want to be cozy, so maybe a long sleeve moment would be good. I absolutely love when you can wear the super cute little outfit moments at Disney, and when I go to Disney World I tend to do that. I theme my outfits to what I'm doing that day, the park, certain rides, but in Disneyland Paris or in Disneyland, because it's going to be winter, I tend to do more practical dressing. So this time I'm going to just take some jeans and then lots of layers. I'm going to be taking 2 pairs of black jeans, just kind of like mum fit, I don't know what they're called. Millennials, we've gone away from the skinny jean, we're now doing the mum fit. So I've got 2 pairs of these, and then for the plane I have these kind of acid wash, is that right? I don't think it's acid wash, kind of like grey and white type jeans. But what I really like about these jeans is on the back they're actually elasticated, so they're not jeans that dig in, and on a plane that is perfect because you never want to be uncomfortable, particularly this is over an 11-hour flight, so you definitely want to be comfortable. So these are going to be perfect. I was contemplating wearing some sweatpants on the plane, but when I've been wearing them around the house, getting very warm. Very warm. So I think jeans are like a good all around, and you're not going to be too hot, too cold, and then on top you can layer up, layer down, and then we can just see what temperature the plane is feeling itself that day. Next up I'm going to talk you through my t-shirts. So I've got a t-shirt for every day, and I've got some that are themed to what I'm doing that day, and then just some generic Disney ones. So first up on the plane I'm going to be wearing just a nice little Mickey moment. This was from Shop Disney and it was the artist collection, and I really love this. It's super cute, love all the bright colours. You could definitely tell I'm millennial because all of the like 90s retro stuff absolutely love. So this is coming with me. You'll also be able to tell by looking at my clothing, none of this is ironed, and also millennials are famous of being the generation who've got rid of ironing, so I'm very much on board with that. Now at the hotel they will have an ironing board, so if I need to I will do that when I'm there, but I kind of hate the idea of ironing them here, packing them and then ironing them again. One iron if we need to, but if we don't have to, millennial all the way forward, no ironing. So when I am at Disneyland, as well as it being Christmas, they are also celebrating the 100 years of Disney, and very recently I went to Disney 100 the exhibition and bought some merch. So first up I'm going to be taking one of the t-shirts I got from there, and of course like I said before, love all the retro stuff. Yellow is my absolute favourite colour, so this is absolutely coming with me. I think it is so cute. I love that it has like the teacup, the reference to the parks, so this is going to be iconic. Something else that I got at the exhibition was this Mouseketeer t-shirt. I absolutely love this, and of course with this being Walt's Park and it feels so historic, a nod to the Mouseketeers I think will be perfect. Now with Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World, I have tons of clothing related to those parks, but I don't have as much for Disneyland, but luckily I do have this really cute t-shirt. This is the Disneyland Resort t-shirt. Again, it's kind of the retro design of the characters. It's also quite a thick t-shirt, so I think this will be really good for a day where it's maybe a bit cooler, and I just love everything retro. I cannot wait. The fact that this is the original Disney park is going to be amazing, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be buying a lot more t-shirts like this. Now of course Disneyland now has Galaxy's Edge, so I'm going to do a little Star Wars moment with my super fun R2-D2 and C-3PO t-shirt. I love that I just can't. I love tie-dye, love anything bright, so this is iconic, and I think this is going to be super fun to wear in Galaxy's Edge. And of course they also have a Marvel Avengers campus, so I have this super fun Doctor Strange t-shirt. I really love Avengers campus in Disneyland Paris, so I cannot wait to visit its counterpart in Disneyland, and just really love the design of this. And for the journey home, I also have a little 3/4 length sleeve Clarabelle t-shirt. I think this is a super cute nod to Disney, but also if you don't know Disney, you don't really know it's Disney. So I kind of love that people that are in the know. So I think this could be quite cute to wear on the plane home, but it is quite thin. But then if I'm taking the world's thickest jumper, it'll balance each other out. And the thing I'm most excited to wear is actually a shirt. I got this in Walt Disney World. It's part of the Vault collection and it is incredible. The colours are so bright. I love, again, it's kind of that retro look, and I'm actually doing Walt's apartment tour, so I'm going to wear that on this day. I can't wait to do that, to get to go inside Walt's actual apartment and hear all of the history. It's going to be so special, so going to have to wear my special Disney shirt. If you've ever seen any of my packing videos before, you know I am obsessed with packing cubes, so I've already packed up all of my underwear. Everything is already in here. That of course includes socks, underwear, bras, and also an essential for all of my plus size pals, some chub rub shorts. So I absolutely love the chub rub shorts from Snag Tights. They're kind of the same material as tights, so they're very, very breathable, but they are so comfortable. They don't dig in at all. They are such a great temperature. They don't make you too hot, and I love wearing this underneath if I'm wearing dresses, but also sometimes in the parks where you're doing so much walking, I'll wear these also underneath jeans, because I do find sometimes when you're just walking so much, eventually the jean material can start rubbing as well. So this will just prevent that, and they're so comfortable. So cannot recommend some chub rub shorts enough. It would not be a trip to a Disney park without Disney ears, and I've narrowed it down. I'm trying to control myself, and I'm just going to take 4 pairs of ears this trip. Or as we all know, we could be buying more over there. So first up, I have got these super cute Christmas ears. I very recently got these in Disneyland Paris. They're new this year, and they are so cute. I don't really have any other Christmas ears from Disney themselves, so cannot wait to wear these in the parks. I've also been super, super lucky because my very talented friend Ellie has also made me some Christmas ears. These are so cute. I love how puffy these are. They're so soft. The bow is iconic. The print is amazing. So I cannot wait to wear these. It's so nice to wear ears that are totally unique, that no one else is going to have. So thank you so much, Ellie, because I cannot wait to wear these. I also have some Disneyland ears, which I've never worn in the parks before because I haven't been at Disneyland, so now is the perfect time. First up, I have these classic ears. I love that it is the original Disneyland sign. The blue sequin is everything. I also love that it's blue and pink, which are also the colours of Most Magical Guides, so it could not be more perfect, and cannot wait to actually wear these in the park. And I also have some ears that I got from Shop Disney in the sale. I think these are really, really pretty. I love that you've got the pink bow, but then you've got like the classic gold and black, and I think these are going to be really, really cute because they're actually Disney themed. Gonna go with that. I've got so many pairs of ears and I didn't know what to pick, but I was like, if you're going to Disneyland, take the Disneyland ears because this is the time you get to actually wear them. So I'm not actually going to be taking many accessories apart from the ears, and I'm only going to take my normal backpack, my Cath Kidston backpack that I always take with me, and I also do take a little Cath Kidston bag which I can just put over my arm, and it's really handy for me to put my vlogging camera in and out of. But I'm not going to be taking lots of different backpacks. I do have some lounge flies that would be super cute, but I'm trying to keep things light, so I'm just going to take the bags I know that I'm going to use. So there aren't that many other accessories to show you, but one thing I am going to take is a pack-a-mac. People have said it can rain occasionally, so I thought just take something light. It's not a very thick coat, so it's not going to cause you too much heat. As we can all tell, I'm very worried about being too hot, but it is also easy to fit into my backpack, so I think this would be a good option. And if it is just light raining, I'm going to take a little umbrella with me because that's the easiest option. Just pop it up, get a little bit dry, not overheating, not loads of layers. To coat or not to coat? That is the question, and I don't really know the answer. As I say, I have got a little Mac for if it rains. I don't really want to take a proper winter coat because I just don't think when I'm out there I'm going to use it enough, particularly where I've taken a lot of layers with me. So what I might do is take my little trusty, bright little dogtooth, is it called dogtooth? Jacket. I always call this my Caria jacket. If you watch Eurovision, you'll know. And I take this to Disneyland Paris. It's super, super nice to put over the top of things. It keeps you nice and warm, but also I can actually fit in my backpack. So I think this might be a good solution. But of course, because it is California, I am expecting some sun. So also going to take my trusty Ray-Bans with me. Love these. I bought these about 15 years ago. They're still going strong. Absolutely love it. I said in my last vlog trip to Disneyland Disneyland Paris that it's a really great option if you're thinking of getting something like Ray-Bans to get them at the airports, because where they are tax-free, duty-free, they're so much cheaper. I think they're about £45 cheaper, and they've been going years upon years upon years. So if you're ever thinking of getting some, make sure you go to the airport, grab them on your way, and you get them much cheaper. Something I'm going to be taking on the plane with me is a sleep mask. I have real trouble sleeping on planes, so I'm going to take a sleep mask and some earplugs just so I can try and get some rest, because it is such a long flight and you also have a big time difference. It's going to be an 8-hour time difference too, so I'm going to try and get as much sleep as I can. This is actually super comfy. It's like really padded, and I got this when I went to Orlando with Virgin, and I actually won a bid and got to fly upper class for the very first time, and this was part of the kit, so I've kept that, and I'm going to see if it helps me sleep on the plane. And something that's super important for me is to take some compression socks. Now, I don't actually use these on the plane, which I think most people typically would, but because I have plantar fasciitis in my foot, what I do is in the evenings overnight I wear these, and they help so much. If my feet have been sore or maybe a bit swollen, this takes all of that swelling down and really makes me feel comfortable and ready for the next day. So I always take these to Disney with me now. And if my plantar fasciitis was hurting, I could actually wear these in the daytime underneath my socks and get a little bit more support on my foot. And also because of my plantar fasciitis, I'm also taking my insoles. So these are really, really comfortable. They really help support my foot. Obviously footwear is so key when you're at Disney because you do so much walking. And I actually went to a specialist shop where they kind of make you walk, they measure your gait, they have all sorts of equipment, and they recommended these for me, so I get a little bit of extra support. So got to take these to Disney. So I am going to be taking a pair of trainers with me to Disneyland, but I often find that my feet get quite fatigued in trainers, and I always tend to get blisters, so I always take tons of blister plasters. Now what I do is I actually put the blister plasters on before the trip even starts to try and avoid getting the blisters, and that helps a lot. But something I found so helpful is to actually switch to Crocs. I've embraced it. Millennials were game changers. We've decided Crocs are fine now. Everyone hated the Crocs. We've gone, Crocs are a legitimate shoe. I've completely changed my mind. You wouldn't see me dead in Crocs. Now, won't stop wearing them. I absolutely love them. So what I find is I might wear trainers in one day and the next day switch to Crocs, or in the afternoon I tend to have a break and I'll switch between them, and it helps my feet so much because just switching it up gives them that little break, and I find Crocs super comfortable. Of course, I wear them with socks because otherwise they do rub. So Crocs and socks is the way forward. We're trendsetters, we're doing it. It's happening. We're doing Crocs and socks. And another pair of shoes I'm going to take with me as a backup are my OOFOS. So these are actually called recovery shoes. People that tend to do marathons, stuff like that, they're actually targeted at them. But when I went to the shop to get my feet measured, they kind of recommended these as well, and I love them. I took them to Disney World. I don't know if you can see, but they've actually got quite a thick sole, and it's like walking on a cloud. These are amazing. So if I do ever have time when my feet are uncomfortable, I will switch into these to get a bit more relief. And also, I can't walk on flat surfaces barefoot anymore, so I can wear these around the room as well, so they will be perfect. And they're so lightweight, so easy to put in the case, so OOFOS are the one. So of course, a big part of the packing is also toiletries and medicines. So I have a little pouch, and in here is where I put all of my medicines, stuff like paracetamol, motion sickness tablets, blister plasters, everything that I could need, all in this little pouch, so I know it's all safe, all kept together. And then I also have a big bag full of my toiletries. I kind of put everything in this one bag so it is all together, it's easy to get to. Just throw it in the case. Luckily, because it's a long haul flight, you don't have to be worrying about the 100ml rule. Although what I do like to do is decant things. So I have lots of these little bottles, and I put stuff like shampoo, conditioner, makeup remover, toner, everything like that into these little bottles. Something that I'm also going to be doing during this trip is because I'm going to take some reusable cutlery with me. I'm also going to fill one with a little bit of washing up liquid so that I can easily wash things when I'm over there. So these come in super handy, and they help save space. Something that I didn't think I would have to take for a trip during November, but because it's California I am, is some sunscreen. I like to use factor 50 because I burn very easily. In the day I have been seeing at the moment it's about 28 some days, so definitely think this will be worthwhile getting. And something else I like to do is with stuff like this, I've already used a bit of it, and what I will do is take things that have already been used so that If I need to get rid of some weight, I will most likely use most of this when I'm over there. So that's perfect, because if I need to leave it behind, it'll already used up, which is such a handy way of reducing your weight on the way home, because we all know that's the important bit, because you need all the weight for the souvenirs. And something else I'm going to take with me is a little face mask moment. I think it's quite nice after a long haul flight to kind of be able to relax, rehydrate. So I'm just going to take this with me. Hopefully it's supposed to be brightening, so it should help with the jet lag. But I think it'll just be a nice moment of zen when you're in your hotel room having a little face mask. So treat yourself, take it with you. In that bag I also have stuff like all of my makeup, so everything is just one place, super handy, and it's all tidy, kept together. Something that is super important these days is all of your tech, and the most important thing is to be able to charge it. So I actually have these US adapters, but what I really like about these is they also have the USB sockets on the bottom, and this is so handy because it means you can charge at least 3 USB devices, and then if you need to plug something in the back, that's 4 devices in one charger. So I actually have 2 of these with me, and I love these. I've got the European ones for when I go to Disneyland Paris, and I just absolutely obsessed. They're so handy. To keep all of my cables together and make sure nothing gets lost, I also put them in another little pouch. This one is also waterproof, so if it's in my case and anything were to spill, at least all the cables would be fine. So I will show you what kind of things I'm taking with me. So in my little pouch I have things like a Kindle charger, a battery charger for my camera that I'm filming with right now, phone charger, stuff like that, but I also have a few other devices. For this trip specifically, I have bought a power bank. Now, when I do go on Disney trips, I always go back to the room in the afternoon to kind of rest and give my foot a break, especially Disneyland is open a very long time. It opens at 8 AM. Disneyland itself shuts at midnight, so you have a super long time in the park, which I absolutely could not be doing, park empty park clothes. I'm far too old for that. I would literally pass out. So I go back to the room in the afternoon, have a little break, but you can also charge your devices. But at Disneyland, you do use your phone a lot. So people all recommended getting a power bank. So I've got one for this trip. So something I'm going to take with me are my little wireless headphones. This is super handy if you're in the park and maybe want to listen to some music in the queue or some voice notes from your friends. These are super handy and great on the plane if you want to be maybe watching your own shows on your phone or listening to your own music. And because I suffer from motion sickness, I'm also going to be taking with me my Emmy term. I never go to a theme park without this now. It's kind of like a little wristwatch. You attach it to the inside of your wrist with the sensors on the back, and it emits like a vibration, a strong vibration. I wouldn't say an electric shock. Some people said electric shock, that's too strong. It's more like a strong vibration, and you can actually change the levels. There's 5 settings, so you can have it as intense or as low as you would like, and you can adjust it to how you're feeling basically, and I really find this helpful. It's great for going on the rides or stuff like, I don't like going in cars. I'm gonna have to get a taxi from the airport to my hotel, so this will be good for the taxi drive too. And I also have yet another pouch, and this one is actually for all my camera accessories. So it's got batteries, memory cards. I've also got a Bluetooth clicker for my phone, but I do have a Samsung phone, so I don't really need the clicker, because if you have a Samsung phone, you may have heard about the palm trick. So if you show your palm to the camera, it will automatically take a photo. There is a slight delay so that you can pose and get your palm out the way, but it's so handy. So you don't actually need a Bluetooth clicker, but I have one just as a backup. Some other things I'm taking with me are a few dollars. I've got just some spare just in case card machines go down, things like that. I always think it's handy to have a little bit of cash as a backup. But my preferred method is actually my Starling card, so I'm taking that with me. I put all of my holiday money on there, and you can do spaces, so all of my trips have their own little space, and I know the money is in there. I won't be accidentally spending it, so that's so handy. And the great thing about Starling is there's no fees to use it abroad. It's got a really great exchange rate, and I just really love the convenience of having a card that you just tap on everything. Also, it lets you know instantly with a notification of how much money you spent in dollars and pounds, so you can keep an eye on what you're spending, which is fantastic. And probably one of the most vital things I take with me is my travel documents wallet. I got this free from attraction tickets when I bought my tickets for Universal Orlando from them, and in here there is space to put all of your documents, which is so handy. I always put my passport in here as well, so just everything is all kept together. What I do with my documents is the ones that I've printed out, I fold them in half, and then I put them in order that I'm going to need to use them in, so I could just easily pull them out of my bag. I'm not rifling through my bag, panicking where are my documents. I've got them all here, so that's going to be so handy. So that is pretty much it. I am almost ready to go. I think I'm going to do some editing to work out which sweatshirts I'm going to take with me. I'm not going to take all of them, but I think that is everything. I'm pretty happy with the amount of layers I've got. I think I've reduced everything down to what's necessary. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure there are some things I won't end up using. Now it's one of my favourite things. It's time to get using those packing cubes. I also take with me is a backup plain snack situation. Now I am vegan and I live in perpetual fear of them not loading my vegan meal onto the plane and then having nothing to eat. So what I always do is pack a few snacks. I always make sure I take things that are non-perishable and also don't contain nuts so that I know that I'll be able to eat them on the plane, and then that way they are just as a backup. And because I've got 2 flights, it's handy to have snacks that I know are vegan and I don't have to run to a supermarket before my flight home or be running around the airport trying to find things. I know I've got stuff for both the flight out there and back, just as a backup. So I'm taking 2 cases with me, a big case and a small cabin case, as well as a backpack. The small cabin case, I'm going to put a few days of clothes in just in case my suitcase doesn't arrive the same time as me, but I'm leaving a lot of space in my suitcases so that I can get all the souvenirs because I know I'm going to buy some shopping whilst I'm out there. So now it's time to get packing. The toiletries, heaviest part, put them at the bottom, get them out the way. Some cotton pads, makeup brushes, all important. Pack a Mac, which hopefully we won't need because California. We have an umbrella, which also hopefully will just stay in the case. We don't need you. All of our tablets. We have our insoles. This is just jeans. All of the underwear. These are the Crocs, the all important Crocs. Let's turn that sideways. Oh, perfect fit. Got some Ufu shoes. They are all good. I've got a little roller for my foot. And a little belt. You can also go in there. And then on the other side of the case is my clothes and ears. And a lot of space, which is good. We will need this for the souvenirs. And I've also decided I'm going with this sweatshirt. Winnie the Pooh is out, Mickey Mouse is in. Plus I am taking a small case too. In this case we are going to put the first couple of days clothing. That is nightwear clothing for maybe 3 days in case my case doesn't arrive the same time as I do. I have all of my electricals, my travel adapters, some sunglasses, and then other side of the case, completely free. We're all ready. Loads of space for souvenirs. I'm all ready. I cannot wait to go. I hope you will watch my vlog series and enjoy it. I think it's going to be wonderful to be at Disneyland during the Christmas festivities. It looks so pretty and there's so much going on. So I cannot wait to share this trip with you. And I hope you really, really enjoy. So thank you so much for watching this packing video. I hope it's given you an idea of what you might need if you visit Disneyland yourself. And until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.